Today on MUFC Pulse, we'll dive into some incredibly intriguing news. Mason Mount crocked once more, and Pep Guardiola drops a proper bombshell about Matheus Cunha's display. For more on this story, check out the video. We also have some equally exciting football news coming up, so stay tuned until the end to catch it all. Welcome to MUFC Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell for more updates. Michael Carrick offers update on Mason Mount injury. Mason Mount's absence comes during a challenging spell for the lad at Old Trafford. Since his high-profile move, he has struggled to find his rhythm due to a string of injuries and fierce competition in the middle of the park. Consequently, he has slipped down the pecking order and has found himself rooted to the bench as an unused sub in recent fixtures. The playmaker was originally tipped to get some minutes under his belt as a substitute in yesterday's clash, particularly after Dorgu's injury opened up a spot in the rotation. However, a late blow in training scuppered those plans. Manchester United boss Michael Carrick has provided the latest on Mount's condition following his omission from the squad to face Fulham. Carrick confirmed that the £55 million man picked up a minor knock during training. While Mount is understandably gutted to miss out, Carrick insists the issue is nothing major and expects the midfielder to be back in contention shortly. United are now sweating on his fitness, hoping for a swift recovery so he can feature when the Red Devils take on Tottenham Hotspur, a side that has proven to be a real bogey team for them of late. Pep Guardiola's surprising verdict on Matheus Cunha's resurgence. Manchester United continue to show a positive trend in the Premier League this season after securing a narrow victory when hosting Fulham at Old Trafford. This result strengthens United's position in fourth place in the provisional standings with 41 points. The consistency of Michael Carrick's squad is becoming increasingly clear with a record of 3 wins, a very promising progress that provides a breath of fresh air for their loyal supporters. This victory also brings major implications in the top-flight competition, where Man United are now further narrowing the gap with Aston Villa in third place. Villa have just suffered a bitter defeat to Brentford, leaving the points gap between them and United at just 5 points. At the same time, their city rivals, Manchester City, were held in second place after a draw against Spurs, leaving the gap between City and Man United at only 6 points. The course of the match in the first half was dominated by the home side's attacking initiative through Amad Diallo's action on the right side, which troubled Bernd Leno. The deadlock was finally broken in the 19th minute starting from a set-piece scheme executed by Bruno Fernandes. He sent an accurate free-kick cross which was met with a sharp header by Casemiro into the Fulham goal. Previously, United had been awarded a penalty, but it was overturned by VAR and changed into a free-kick which actually became the beginning of the goal. Entering the second half, Manchester United did not lower the intensity of their attacks and managed to double their lead in the 56th minute. Matheus Cunha put his name on the scoresheet after receiving a clever through ball from Casemiro. The Brazilian player showed his composure by releasing a hard shot that the opposing goalkeeper could not parry, while proving that he is starting to find his golden touch again. However, Fulham did not just give up and managed to reduce the deficit in the 85th minute through Raul Jimenez's penalty execution. The penalty was awarded by the referee after Harry Maguire committed a hard foul on Jimenez inside the restricted area. The goal briefly revived the visitors' confidence, who then surprisingly managed to equalize through Kevin's long-range shot 6 minutes later. The Old Trafford public was momentarily silenced to see the score tied at the end of the match, but the champion mentality under Carrick's tutelage spoke volumes. Just 3 minutes after Fulham's equalizer, Benjamin Sesko, who came on as a substitute, emerged as the hero. Utilizing a Bruno Fernandes cross, Sesko slotted the ball into the opponent's goal and ensured a dramatic victory for Manchester United. Matheus Cunha's performance in this match received high praise, especially regarding his transformation since the leadership shifted to Michael Carrick. Cunha's statistics have indeed increased significantly with a tally of 2 goals and 1 assist in just the last 3 matches with Carrick, surpassing his productivity while still coached by Amorim. Fans' hopes for Cunha to repeat his impressive performance like when he was at Wolves, with a record of 17 goals and 6 assists, are now starting to approach reality. With an increasingly solid performance, Manchester United are now looking at the rest of the season with full optimism to break into the top 3 positions. Responding to this phenomenon, Manchester City manager, Pep Guardiola, gave a shocking statement regarding the threat of their rivals. Pep reflected on the dynamics of the Premier League, which he said is very difficult to predict, especially when entering the winter period. According to the Spanish coach, this moment is often a turning point for many teams, where league positions can change drastically and unexpectedly. And also Pep specifically gave a sharp spotlight on Matheus Cunha's transformation. The Spanish coach now views Cunha as one of the superstars in the league who has successfully passed through a difficult period at the start of the season. Guardiola revealed that he had observed the Brazilian player's talent since he was still in a Wolves shirt, but under Carrick's direction, he assessed that Cunha has returned to being a real threat that is very dangerous in the front line. In that dramatic victory at Old Trafford, Matheus Cunha appeared as a central figure in the front line with extraordinary efficiency during 74 minutes of play. The Brazilian striker was recorded to have released 4 shots, 3 of which were on target, including his crucial goal in the 56th minute which briefly doubled United's lead. Cunha's sharpness was not only seen from his clinical finishing, but also his involvement in building attacks through 2 key passes that opened up Fulham's defense. Although often closely marked, he managed to record 6 touches inside the opponent's penalty box and won 3 out of 5 dribble attempts, showing his ability in one-on-one duels. These statistics prove that he has transformed and is very much feared under Michael Carrick's direction. Barcelona moved to scupper Rashford's Old Trafford return. Barcelona have begun laying the groundwork for what promises to be a pivotal summer transfer window. The Catalan giants are reportedly prioritizing a new central defender and a clinical striker to bolster their ranks. However, the most pressing matter on the agenda is the future of Marcus Rashford, whose season-long loan from Manchester United is rapidly approaching its conclusion. The England international arrived at the Camp Nou as something of a contingency plan following Barca's unsuccessful pursuit of Nico Williams. What initially looked like a stopgap signing has, in hindsight, proven to be a masterstroke of business. Rashford has flourished in Spain, silencing doubters who questioned whether his direct style would mesh with the technical demands of La Liga. Rashford's impact was perfectly encapsulated during the weekend's victory over Elche. By finding the back of the net, he reached a double-figure milestone of 10 goals and 10 assists across all competitions this term. For a player often utilized as a rotational option, such a return is nothing short of exemplary, cementing his status as a shrewd signing in the eyes of the Blaugrana faithful. Naturally, these performances have caught the eye back in Manchester. The landscape at Old Trafford has shifted significantly since Rashford's departure last August. The Ruben Amorim era has ended, with Michael Carrick now steering the ship. While Rashford was deemed surplus to requirements under the previous regime, he is now viewed as a vital component of Carrick's long-term vision for the club. Carrick is reportedly keen to reintegrate the academy graduate into the United first team, believing Rashford's pace and versatility are exactly what his squad lacks. The United hierarchy are said to be preparing for his homecoming, hoping the local lad can rediscover his best form in the Premier League under new leadership. However, Barcelona have no intention of letting their man walk away without a fight. The Catalan board are reportedly dead set on retaining Rashford's services on a permanent basis. They hold a significant trump card in the form of a €30 million buy option embedded in the original loan agreement, a fee that now looks like an absolute bargain given his current trajectory. Crucially, the player's own desires seem to align with the hierarchy at the Camp Nou. Rashford is reportedly loving life in the Mediterranean climate and has integrated seamlessly into the dressing room. Despite his high profile, his attitude toward being a squad player has been described as exemplary, earning him immense respect from his teammates and coaching staff alike. From a financial and tactical perspective, the move is a no-brainer for Barcelona. In an era where elite forwards often command 9-figure transfer fees, securing a proven international for €30 million represents incredible value. His ability to produce goals and assists while maintaining professional standards off the pitch makes him an asset they are loath to lose. As the season enters its twilight, the tug-of-war between these two European heavyweights is set to intensify. While Manchester United may hold the registration, Barcelona hold the contract clause and the player's heart. It appears increasingly likely that Rashford's stint in Spain is destined to become a permanent residency rather than a temporary holiday. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comment your opinion.